Welcome back to American Truck Simulator, guys. We are leaving our UPS drop-off. Going to grab our next job. And the good news is it is right next door. I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one. Alright, where are we going? Yeah, sadly, we want to go this way, but this is the closest thing that's going to get us there. Everything else is going the opposite direction. Do they have? Oh, they do have lowboy options. But we haven't taken a drop deck. Although we just took a drop deck, but we'll take it on a drop deck. It's not a big deal. That would have been a cool load, but like I said, it's going the wrong direction. I feel like just 2 straps in that thing isn't enough. Personal opinion. I can't see it. Where is it? There it is. Oh, I'm pretty sure I missed. There we go. We're locked in now. Get it all hooked up, make sure our lights are working. Alright, no time to mess around. I know this is going to be a longer trip, so there'll probably be time-lapse of music. If you guys don't like the time-lapses of music and you want me to just do full videos of, normal time videos of the run, let me know. They do get awfully lengthy, though, the longer the trips get. Which isn't a bad thing, if that's what you guys want to see. I just need to know. That guy just wait for the light to turn red and then go? Got some guys with some interesting loads. Trying to make this light, but I'm also trying to keep a safe distance in between me and the truck in front of me. Hope everybody's having a good week. Hope it hasn't been too stressful or anything like that. Speaking of stressful, yeah, go get him, Mr. Cop. What was that? Well, today's episode starts out interesting. Really, really interesting. overload. I've seen a ton of those. No, don't want to move over either. Now you're stepping on the brake pedal. Seems accurate. Then again, I hate to say it, but this game is a cakewalk compared to real life. Because real life, people do whatever they can to get in front of you. If you drive a car and you race to get in front of trucks, don't do it. It's not a good idea. Do not do it. If the truck has the right of way, let them go. Luckily, I've taught my wife a lot of things, and she said, you know, truck drivers are giving her a lot of waves and thumbs up. You know, the basic things like if you see him slowing down with his hazards on, stop. He's going to maneuver. He's going to do something. So just stop where you are. Stay out of his way. His hazards are a warning. His horn is a warning. Do we like to honk at kids that are doing the air horn thing? Absolutely, we love doing that. But the air horn of a truck is a warning device. The hazards are a warning device. Pay attention to them. My wife came home and told me plenty of funny stories, like where we used to live in Gloucester, a very big fishing town. They had fisheries all up and down the main, not the main road, but it basically was the main road unless you went down Main Street. That was just the bank, the shops, restaurants, which that was a one-way, so not a lot of people like to go that way. But she would be driving my truck, and she would stop and let a truck driver back in or pull out or turn around, and she used to say all the time they would look and like give a wave and then look away and then look back real quick like, oh my god, you know. So a lot of good stories like that. Taught her a lot of good things. And I can tell you what, if you stop and let a truck do what it needs to do, the driver appreciates it. It really does. I can promise you that. I've been there myself. I've had a couple of nice people let me do what I need to do, and it is a big sigh of relief. Why is everybody slowing down? The speed limit's 80. I really only want to do 75, but I don't like passing people like something's coming up. We are going to need fuel eventually too, because I didn't fuel up. But we won't panic. We'll go get down to about a quarter of a tank, and then we'll start looking for a station. You know, I figured driving at night you wouldn't hit as much traffic. Apparently I was wrong. Oh, good. Green light. That guy must have done something wrong. I really don't want to get in that far left lane, because trucks don't belong there. I mean, most highways, I mean, some of them are drive wherever you want. I don't know about anything on this side of the country because I've never been there. Furthest I've ever gone, I believe, is Montana. Took a big family trip out there when I was way, way younger. I believe my Uncle Rob was living out there. Maybe? I'm not 100% sure. I can't quite remember, but it was a really fun trip. I remember the views were amazing. But I was also a kid, so I wasn't driving. What are we doing, people? This truck's flying up here, too. Everybody just wants to take their time through here, I guess. I'm just trying to keep a good stopping distance in between me and the truck in front of me. A safe distance. Which even that's too close. I tell you to keep at least a truck length in between you and the guy in front of you. I'm trying to remember the rule. Oh God, it's been so long. I'm trying to remember the rule on the permit test. It has to do with speed. You're supposed to have at least, I think it's at least 3 or 4 seconds of travel time behind the truck in front of you. So if he passes that pole, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're at a safe distance. But I think for every, there's a speed adjustment to it too. It's like if you're doing over 60, I think, add, I think it's add another second for every like 10 miles an hour over 60. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I have my Class A book around here somewhere. I'll have to read up on it just so I could remember. This guy get on the brakes. And for those of you that do ask, if you know so much about it, why don't you have a CDL? I was in the process of getting my CDL, and I found out I was a diabetic. And I decided it would probably just be safer if I didn't get one. I had taken the test a couple times. I had failed it. 2 of them were from Budweiser. It was problems with the trucks that I didn't notice till I got there. Like one, the door wouldn't stay shut, the driver's door wouldn't stay shut, so we couldn't use the truck. The one time I failed on my own, I got out to do my walk around of the truck. I did not take the key with me. That is an instant safety fail. By the time I opened the door and looked back in there, the state trooper already had the truck key in his hand. And I never tested in Florida. Florida is when I found out I was a diabetic. And I just decided, well, maybe it's just safer if I don't drive. I know you can drive as a diabetic, but I'd rather just not take the chance. These are very, very large, heavy vehicles. And if something ever happens, it'd be very hard. So I just decided that I don't. Oh, getting way too close. I've just decided to give it up. It was fun while I had the chances and the opportunities. I'm going to try to get around this guy. It was fun while I had the chances and the opportunities to drive a little bit and stuff like that. And I wish I could make it a lifetime thing, but at this point, I'm just not interested. I enjoy playing the game. So that's where I'm at with it. You never know. Someday I could go and do it, but for right now, I'm just not interested. I'm hoping to pass these couple slow cars and then get right back over in the right lane. why I was kind of talking about getting a lowboy. It's kind of hard for you guys to see on the screen, but with the force feedback wheel and me looking directly at the game, it is this truck's got some rock to it. I can feel the wheel kind of ticking back and forth. It's because that tank is up on a high it's a lowboy. It's not a lowboy, it's a drop deck, which is, it's got it a little bit lower than a regular trailer would, but if it was on a lowboy, it'd be much more stable. Not that it feels unstable right now, but it'd be more stable. Like that, you see the cab kind of rocking because I touched the wheel a little bit there. It's just because that tank's up on a little bit higher of a trailer than a lowboy. A lowboy would have been a little bit more controlled. That's why I was talking about possibly putting it on a lowboy versus the drop deck trailer. But we haven't driven a lot of drop deck trailers around, so I figured let's go ahead and use it. Come on, man. You can do it. I believe in you. Now we're back here playing Battle of Positions with other truckers. Which this is like the worst place to be when you're a truck driver. Side by side with another truck. Because these vehicles are big and they take up a lot of the road. Like me trying to make it around that median but not swerve towards this guy next to me. And I'm in the complete wrong lane. We gotta hope this guy in the Peterbilt's cool. I figured we had more time. No, it's not gonna let us in. Like I said, if you're gonna make a mistake like that in real life, just go straight. It's just the fact that if I go straight, I'm gonna hit an invisible wall, and then we're gonna be in trouble. feel like I should have checked the routing of this route on the GPS before we left, because where are you taking us, GPS? You know, I'll take the long way around just to stay on a highway. But the game kind of takes you other ways so you see everything, if you understand what I mean. If you played the game before, you know how it does it, but so yeah, sometimes the GPS does weird things so you see certain things. Which I think there's settings for the GPS too, which I'll have to take a look at. I think it's like fastest route, and then there's other ways to do it too, but I'll look at the settings when we're done. Alright, there we are. In town now. If I'd known we were that close, I wouldn't have stopped again for the night, but it's all good. Got an early start for this trip, which means the next one will be an early start as well. Oh, buddy, you gotta be kidding me. Game, when do you bring me into neighborhoods? What is this? This ought to be an interesting delivery. Yeah, I think I remember this one. This yard's pretty tight, if I remember correctly. Now, the real question is, where do they want it? Oh yeah, somewhere over there. That would make sense. Is that the only way I can get it in here is to do a blind side? I don't even know if I'm having enough room to spin this thing in here. No, just want to stand there. Yeah, nod your head. Don't help me. Don't tell me if I'm too close. Don't tell me if I got space. Don't do none of that. Just stand there, buddy. That trailer's going to be already pulled pretty tight. This is one of those back ends where I tell myself I should just use the third person camera, but I don't want to. I can't even see the line. Is it over more or less? Oh, it's way over there. They want this one like way over there, like the edge of the lot. Well, blind sides are so much more harder than a sight side. This is why they tell you to sight side as much as you can versus blind siding. Is that the line? It's really hard to tell with the sun. That looks like this is the line, but we're totally crooked. Nope, we gotta go forward. This is more difficult with a spread axle too. Spread axles don't like to turn on a dime, especially when they're loaded. A lot of guys don't even like to turn around on spread axles like that. Like when pulling in here, they've been like, "Nope, I'm gonna back in off the street because nope, I'm not in gear." You pull these trailers too tight when they got weight on them, and you'll peel those front steer tires right off the trailer. I've actually seen that where I work now, where a guy went to go turn around and he blew 2 of his tires on his spread axle trailer. I have another guy that drops off rolls to me that's got a really long nose 900. He'll go down there, but he won't back into my yard. He's like, no, it's too tight. I'm not doing it. Anyway, guys, that's us there. Looking at the timestamp of this video, there's definitely going to be some time lapse in there. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Other than that, that's it from me. If you guys enjoy what you see, subscribe, hit the bell icon, don't miss anything. Other than that, guys, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next episode.